Amber Nixon from Monroe with the leap. With the red, white, blue hat. God bless America.
Hey, good job.
Hey everybody! Happy Monday! Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to just quickly tune in and see how all this is going. Okay, so I just want to talk about a couple things, 3 things. I want to talk about this last half marathon and my nutrition for the half marathon and update about the marathon training itself. Okay, so for this half marathon, the terrain was completely different. Instead of it being gravel like the last race, it was 95% pavement and it felt so good. Okay, so there was one point where it turned into gravel and I was like, are you serious? There's gravel? I just mentally wasn't prepared for that because I did this race last year. And it was a point to point, so it was an out and back, not point to point. It was an out and back, and you go to the turnaround, and then you go right back to the start and finish line, and then you're done. Well, this time they rerouted it, and I was not aware there was going to be gravel involved. And I didn't know how long it was going to last, so that was my bad for not looking it up and not being studious about it. But anyway, so I get on mile 10, and that's when the gravel part hit, and I went, are you serious? And so then mile 11 started and it turned back into pavement and I was so happy to see pavement. You guys, you have no idea. I was like, oh, thank goodness there's pavement. Oh, I can finally pick up speed a little bit. Because let me tell you, at mile 11, I was ready to be done, which is really cool to think about how at mile 11, I was ready to be done. Because 2 weeks ago at mile 6 to 8, I was ready to be done at the last half marathon. So progress is being made. Yes. All right. So that race course was really pretty, by the way. There was at mile 12-ish, there were these trees and they kind of arched up and over and it was just so pretty. It felt like you were going through a tunnel. It was lush. But quick story. We just saw Jurassic Park, the new one. And so when I was going through the tunnel to keep my mind active, I was like, are there going to be dinosaurs coming out of here? And of course there's not, but it was just so, it was like Hawaii. I mean, it was just so pretty and lush. And okay, so that's my funny story. I hope you laughed. Okay, so nutrition. How did I change it up this time versus last time? So last time I didn't take enough. I just honestly did not take enough. So this time I still didn't take enough. I underestimated by 1 Spring Energy packet, but that's okay. You live and you learn. I thought I honestly did take enough, but I didn't. But what I love about the Spring Energy line is that it's plant-based. No, I'm not endorsed. This is just what's working for me. But basically, it helps keep my stomach calm. And if at any time I feel like I'm getting to that point where I need something, they are 100 to 150 calories. And the carbs that are in the packets are about 12 to 20 grams, which is almost half of what I need per hour. So it works out really well. Quick nutrition tip. I just heard from a nutrition person that if you're running over an hour, you should take your weight and divide it by 4. And that's how many grams of carbs you need per hour when you're doing an activity. So with that in mind, I thought I took as many packets as I needed, and I honestly needed 1 more, but it worked really well because the carbs kept me going, made me feel good, made me help finish the race, and I just felt amazing. No stomach problems. I love that. I remember when I used to come home from these and I would just be like, oh, my stomach and my feet, but it was my stomach. And I'd be like, oh, why is it in pain? Well, it's because I wasn't hydrating and I wasn't well enough and I wasn't taking in any fuel. So it's kind of cool, the things that you learn along the way. Okay, so also for hydration, I had hydration in 1 pack, in 1 pocket. So that was about 12 ounces of hydration. And then in another one, I had just water, and that worked really well for me. And I also used the water at the aid stations, which were provided about every 3 miles. So amazing. Okay, so update about the marathon training itself. So I kind of had an epiphany this last weekend, which after the half marathon, I went, wow, I'm just now finally starting to feel really confident about these half marathons. And it made me kind of reflect about the training I've been doing, and I still feel really strong about the training that I'm doing. But the epiphany was, if at any time as my mileage starts to increase, which is increasing every week, and then there is that recovery mode. Now the training is going like this with my mileage. It's going to go up and down, but then it's going to go up more and then down, then up more and then down. And then you're going to get into that recovery, and then it's going to be race day. Basically you're building, but you're also getting kind of this recovery so that you're not building and building without any type of recovery at all, which is really healthy. So basically, if at any time I'm starting to feel like this is going too quickly and I'm not feeling confident about the marathon itself, because I don't want to get injured and my knees are kind of prone to injury, which I'm working on by building muscle up around my knees, which is really starting to help. And I want to start incorporating different types of activities. I'm not going to do the marathon. Sorry. That was like a parenthesis in that long run-on sentence. In a nutshell, if I don't feel confident doing the marathon, I'm not going to do it. And it sounds really backwards because yes, I've already paid for it, and I don't think I can transfer it or defer it or push it out to next year, which really sucks. But oh well. I mean, some companies do that, some don't, but that's up to them. But I don't want to get injured and then be out for months, or get injured and not be able to enjoy activities for a long time. I enjoy being active. Of course, in the moment, I'm like, why am I doing this? But then when I'm done, I feel really good. Because I don't want to risk getting injured during the race, especially during the race, or leading up to the race. Both are just not ideal situations. I feel really good about going forward and saying, if it's not working right now, it's not working right now, and I'm not going to do it. Of course, I'm going to continue to train for it. Of course, I'm going to continue to make sure my nutrition's on point daily, not being over analytical about it. Of course, still having fun with my nutrition, enjoying treats every once in a while, but knowing that I'm just now getting comfortable with half marathon distances, the idea of doing a marathon and thinking to myself, ooh, I'm going to do twice as much as I just did on Saturday. Don't know if I'm quite ready for that. So it's okay to reanalyze and push it out so that you are prepared. And I feel really good about that. It's just something I've been kind of thinking about over this weekend, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So have you guys ever done that? Have you guys ever just pushed something out and gone like, I just need a little more time, and then it works out? It always works out. All right. That is pretty much it in a nutshell. So continuing to train smart. I'm going to train healthy. And I hope that whatever you guys are doing, you are enjoying life as well. Okay. Let's end this note on an Americano. Yay. Oh, that's delicious. Decaf, of course. Yes. All right. All right, guys. Have a great Monday. See you guys next time, maybe in a couple weeks from now, and I'll update you guys about training and all that wonderful jazz. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And remember to stay healthy, train smart, don't overtrain, which is so easy to do. And I hope you guys are enjoying summer. I was almost going to say first full weekend of summer, and it really is, but it's also the last week of June. Oh my gosh, it's the last week of June. This year is going by way too fast. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.